focus or allow the natural compassion, clear the clouds so that compassion can come through, that meditation is the simplest, the easiest, and the shortest way to do it. So sit comfortably and allow your breathing to deepen. If you feel comfortable, let your eyes close. That can be very helpful for removing external stimulation. And feel the muscles relax in your face and head and neck. Meditation is fundamental to our work. Meditation, interestingly, comes from the same Sanskrit word as medicine, meaning to take the measure of and to care for. Medi, M-E-D-I, is the root. They don't teach that in medical school, but happens to be true. And medicine, at its basis and at its best, is a meditative discipline. You have to be present with other people. If you're really present with other people, then that compassion is going to be there. Meditation is fundamental to the work we do, whether we're training medical students, people with cancer and chronic illness, or we're working with whole populations that have been traumatized by war, by violent acts, and by natural disaster. And it's important in many ways. It's important, first of all, in giving people who feel out of control, often helpless and hopeless, a sense that it is possible, even if only for a few moments, to make a change in how they feel psychologically, all of us who raised our hand, how we feel physically. In a situation of overwhelming trauma and terror, when you really have not been in control of so much, as people are not, who are in the middle of a war, or Haitians during the earthquake, or people in Sandy Hook during the shootings and after the shootings. The feeling that it is possible to begin to reestablish some kind of relaxed, aware control can be definitely hope-giving and often life-transforming, and I've even seen it be life-saving. It is also the basis for shifting the focus from me to we. You can't ignore the me. You can't try to pretend that, oh, I don't care about myself at all, it's only about other people. And you can't, at a very deep level, help other people to help themselves unless you're also working on understanding and helping yourself. Kindness gives to another, compassion knows no other. In other words, with compassion, we're all connected to one another. If we are all involved, then the way we're going to approach people who have suffered calamities and trauma, like the one here, Sandy Hook, Newtown, Danbury, in working here and working with people in the whole area, not just people who had children in the school or children who died, everybody has been affected. I would suggest to you that the best way to work in these situations is to begin by looking at the whole community as the organism deserving of compassion, as the organism which needs to assimilate what's happened and to make profound change, or at least have the opportunity to do that. The third issue that's raised is, how does compassion work in the community, and how does the community promote compassion? And what I would say is, if we give the community the opportunity, if we regard the community as the organism in need of healing and the organism that can heal itself, compassion will naturally emerge, just as it is in your community. Thank you very much. Okay.
How can you follow someone jobs after the pandemic?
He gets through a whole parable.
I want to thank you for bringing so much love into my life, truly. And I want you to tell me how I can get people of Howell Township to be interactive with what you're doing here. I'm a letter carrier there. I so appreciate the people I serve. Wonderful people. And I'm so energized by everything that you've done here. And I just know that the people that I serve would want to be proactive with you. Any idea that you have, please give it to me, and I will try to go ahead and make sure it moves forward.
One of the things you can do is start with the City of Compassion, a town of compassion. Right now we're working with Danbury to help them become a City of Compassion. Reading is up next, and as well as a new town. So we can help you set up in that direction, and then connect with us.
The greatest problem that I had was having compassion for those that tend to not have compassion.
That compassion is like a fire, and it really is something that can spread, and it's not simple, and it's not PC, and it can manifest in all kinds of ways.
Every club meeting we talk about creative ideas, just to kind of break out from, think outside the box, I think was an idea that was discussed in the education panel.
What is this community so afraid of that you can't talk about bullying in your own town?
We have a meeting in honor of kids who've been bullied to death, and that's good. But what are we doing to stop it? Raising awareness is a first step, but how are we stopping it?
There's two types of type A students. There are dolphins who swim with others to get up to the top, and they take others up with them. I know Mike's laughing at me. And sharks who eat others to get up to the top. And you can see them in their applications.
What a great way to go in further conferences in exploring the complexities of this in all the various ways compassion can manifest itself.
We're trying to make 4 schools come together to create an index that would help all of us understand compassion in a better way. We all share the same existence, and we're all together in this. Let's keep it going. Let's spread it further. So that's what I'd like to bring up.
This has been a wonderful conference. You guys have done such a wonderful job. You really have.
I am a business person and founder of the Brookfield Chamber of Commerce. Includes every community.
He pointed out the difference in leadership, and he spoke about how what's really missing, or what he felt was important, was leadership from compassion. And he distinguished that with leadership from fear. And if you start thinking about it, so much of the leadership today in so many areas is oriented that way. It's kind of like pushing and shoving as opposed to sourcing. And I too think that if you could get that thought, just like the thought of compassion, throughout the educational process, throughout the business process. I commented before about the lawyering. I mean, you're dealing with medical, but I'll tell you that whole system of accountability and responsibility is totally skewed too. I think all those things will enable us to get to a more sourced and more satisfying life.
Thank you so much for this marvelous conference. It totally resonated with me. Everything resonated with me, and I'm grateful to be able to be here.
Hope to see you not only next year, but at other conferences and other events that we're hosting, both the Compassion and Creativity Club on campus, as well as centers and conferences that we're doing. Thank you very much.